We really understand this IP.
Zaum, the company behind the game Disco Elysium, has declared that the game will be reimagined for mobile devices to appeal to the TikTok audience. The irony, of course, being that it will likely have microtransactions, despite the game originally being created by a bunch of unapologetic Marxists.
All the original creators left Zaum, remember? They made that Summer Eternal site or game or whatever it was, so you can't really blame them. As for how a heavily text-based game will be geared towards the TikTok audience, will be an endeavor.
Welcome to Necro News, the show where we cover the hottest gaming news from the last week. This week we'll be talking about Silent Hill F, Pokemon Go, REPO asking for help, and much more.
If you have a story you want us to cover, join the Necro News Discord to let us know about it. We don't cover everything, but we'll at least take a look at it.
That being said, leave a like and let's jump right into it. Let's talk about Pokemon, but not Pokemon ZA or whatever it's called, because who cares about that? Instead, let's talk about Pokemon Go.
To the polls.
The devs of the game Niantic has announced that it'll be selling off its gaming division to mobile developer Scopely for a whopping $3.85 billion, which can be a lot more problematic than you think, but we'll get into that. The sale isn't limited to Pokemon Go, as it'll include other games such as Pikmin Bloom, Monster Hunter Now, and Niantic's community building apps, Campfire and Wayfair.
For some reason, however, Niantic will remain in control of Ingress and Peridot. If you don't know what those are, Ingress is a spy game, Peridot is not Pokemon Go.
Peridot?
I'm pretty sure it's Peridot.
Peridot.
Why would you know that?
Because we're both Leos.
Upon review of the word Peridot, we realize that it is in fact the French's fault, and both are correct.
But Peridot is more correct.
Ah, the French. Anyway, those are both Niantic's original IPs. I don't know why exactly Niantic has sold off their gaming division and not these particular games, but that's actually unimportant.
According to Niantic, they sold their gaming division so that they could put complete focus on its Niantic Spatial platform, which is an AI geospatial business that has extended products offering unique spatial computing use cases across industries and solutions. And all of that also sounds AI generated.
It's not, it's just investor word soup. Basically, they're gonna turn their map making software into not games, but for businesses. Like what the CIA worked with Niantic to do in the first place. The concerns we mentioned earlier are based around Scopely's greed. Scopely, if you don't know, is the company behind Monopoly Go and WWE Champions, which is the game that Darkside's Phil spends almost $40,000 on every year. Every single one of their mobile games, much like other mobile games, are designed to be pay to win. The common theory for WWE Champions is that the matchmaking system actually puts you against whales to make you frustrated and to make you buy stuff. So imagine what they'll do for Pokemon Go.
This is why you should play Infinity Nikki, because it's not pay to win.
You could also play Nikki with an E, at least you get good boobies.
Or Nikki with an I, where you just get good gameplay and, cute outfits.
On that note, congratulations to Shift Up for surpassing $3 billion in sales. Fucking hell. On Thursday, Konami did a Silent Hill transmission highlighting Silent Hill F. It revealed a lot of information and really could have only been like 30 minutes instead of the hour and a half that it was. But anyway, first of all, and though this is apparently not news to anyone except me, but the guy that wrote Higurashi is the writer for the game. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, so either I memory hold that or you're all gaslighting us.
Anyway, during the stream, a few bits of information was released. The first and most pressing piece of information is that Silent Hill F doesn't take place in Silent Hill, but instead in the fictional town of Ebisugaoka in the 1960s, which kind of begs the question of why a Silent Hill game isn't taking place in the fictional town of Silent Hill.
They also stated that the monsters in Silent Hill F will not be the fleshy, rusty monsters that fans usually associate with Silent Hill, and instead are fitting with the motif, find the beauty in terror, a sentiment that is fine to have. Look at these. These are hot. I mean, beautiful. But if you're going to take away everything that makes Silent Hill, why are you calling it Silent Hill?
Not everything is gone though, because luckily, as Akira Yamaoka did state that while he has infused some Japanese-styled elements into the soundtrack, he aims to keep the music mostly the same as previous iterations. There's still no word on the release date, but it does look pretty, at least. And it's not like Silent Hill 4 was very similar to Silent Hill 2 or 3, which are streaming, by the way. So if you want to check that out, you should do it.
REPO is one of those games that I would call streamer bait. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the game or that it's unfun, just that it's a game that was designed to be streamed. It's Lethal Company, but you're a tiny little robot with a funny voice modulator, and you can break your items. And you can do this.
The game's seen a massive surge of popularity as of late, with the only downside to the game being its lack of matchmaking, instead relying on public lobbies to jump into games. But according to the devs, implementing matchmaking comes with its own set of complications.
The number one problem that people have in online games are hackers, especially in games with automatic matchmaking. The most popular fix is usually the use of an anti-cheat program, and the team behind REPO know this, but also know that if they were to add some sort of anti-cheat, it would impact the modding scene, which the game likes to celebrate.
So in a move I don't think I've seen from any dev in the years that we've done Necro News, SimiWork, the devs, took to YouTube to formally ask the fanbase for assistance in coming up with a solution that works for everyone.
The comments have come up with some good ideas so far, but of course there's nothing solid. But hey, good on them for including their community. I wish more companies were like this.
And finally, the official remake of Oblivion in Unreal Engine 5 will probably be announced soon. We didn't report on it when it happened, but the remake was first mentioned in 2023 by a LinkedIn profile before being formally named in one of the court documents from when Microsoft was detaining ZeniMax.
According to insider Nate the Hate, the Oblivion remake is set for a reveal in the coming weeks, but we spoke with a few of our own boomers and have heard that it could come out as soon as April.
The remake will be handled by Virtuous, and apparently the entire game is fully remade with the Unreal Engine 5, with 6 reworked gameplay systems, being stamina, sneaking, blocking, archery, hit reaction, and HUD. Blocking has also been apparently changed to be more Souls-like inspired, and the stamina system isn't supposed to be as annoying, though I never really found it annoying. I'm sure Booster did though, because he hates stamina-based games.
Oh, that means you never ran out of stamina. What did you play as in Oblivion?
Archery and sneaking, I think?
Okay, so you never ran out of stamina. If you ran out of stamina in Oblivion, you would pass out in the middle of combat.
Well then, just don't do that, bro.
It was, shut up. Shush. It would be very bad. You would literally pass out after like 4 punches.
Anyway, and the UI is supposed to be more aesthetically pleasing.
I actually didn't know about the Oblivion remake until now. I feel like that's on me. Probably. But in a related story, Saber Interactive has announced that they are in fact still working on their Knights of the Old Republic remake. I don't know if that's like how Ubisoft is still working on Prince of Persia and Beyond Good and Evil 2, but Saber did make the Space Marine 2 game, and that's really good. So I guess we'll just have to trust them.
This week's Buried Alive Banger, a segment where we cover a game that our community doesn't think has had enough attention, is called Metalbringer.
Metalbringer is a roguelike-ish action-adventure game where you make robots, you kill robots, you're a cute girl while doing it, and you just keep doing that whole thing. It's good shit. I've already gotten about 5 hours in the game, and I only just bought it, like Friday, so that should say something.
And here are the games coming out this week.
You got Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Atelier, Umia.
Hell yeah. It's French.
Ah, the French.
And here's the schedule for this week. On Thursday, Numbers, Skull, and I will be doing a 5-hour cleaning and Viscera cleanup detail. But why is Ellie not going to be there?
I'm not going to clean in a video game when I should be cleaning the house, which, you know, is something that you should be doing too.
That's it for this week's Necro News. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you're not already, that's okay. We appreciate you watching all the way through.
And if you watched all the way through and made it this far into the video, post an F for Silent Hill F.
Anyway, a very special thank you to our community members. We appreciate all the support you guys have given us. And if you guys would like to show your support for Necro News, consider becoming a member so you can see all the gay lancers.
That's everything. So until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.